All right, everybody. Welcome into the third Nine Pennants Baseball Podcast. I am Cole. He is Josh. We are going to be covering Rivalry Weekend. This is the first one.
It is a tongue
Yeah,
twister.
say that a lot fast. It's the first time MLB's doing it, and I think it's sick, dude. This is gonna be a fun weekend.
100%, 100%. And I think, yeah, starting off with the two guys that we've already gotten called up from the last video,
Yeah,
like reflecting back,
if you guys
we
watched
got
that, yeah. And those were the
we
two
got rushing.
rushing
Yeah, we
and
got
Lawler.
rushing up and Lawler.
And those were the
Great.
two we were kind of like, oh, we feel like they might be, out of those six guys, the guys that come up later than the other ones. And
Yeah.
turns out we were wrong there,
They
but it's a good thing to be wrong about.
yeah, exactly. And so I mean, Lawler did go over 3, but I'm excited for him to get the start. And I think he's gonna hopefully play the next couple days and,
Mm-hmm.
you know, get his at bats in now.
Yeah.
But I mean, let's
That's
start it off with some Astros at Rangers.
it's a good series.
Little silver boot series. It's gonna be awesome. I think the Rangers are starting to really hit the ball well,
They are.
and
Yeah.
a lot of the guys are starting to get healthy for the Rangers. So
Yep.
I think that's gonna be a really fun series. I don't really, the Astros are okay. I think they're just dealing with a lot of injuries, and
Yeah.
Yordan Alvarez being out, I think for this series too, is gonna be a tough one. I think, but yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I think the Rangers will be taking this one for sure. But yeah, you never know in baseball, especially with
Yeah.
the pitching stuff that Astros kind of put out there. They can sometimes dice them up. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
Definitely. And I do think it's gonna be a 2-1 series. If I had to guess, I believe, or sorry, it's a 4-game series because they are division rivals, and I think the Astros are really only gonna win the first one. They got Hunter Brown pitching against Jacob deGrom tomorrow, so that's gonna be a good game to watch. In the Battle of Texas, the battle of two teams who are still competing, obviously for the AL West right now.
Yeah,
I think Rangers win
and
it.
yeah, I'm pretty much on the same boat. I think, like you said, Degrom. I have a feeling he's gonna get rocked tomorrow, and that's not just
Yeah,
because I'm going against him in fantasy and hoping for it, but
yeah,
I do think they lose tomorrow, and then they probably sweep the rest.
I think so too. And Hunter Brown's like actually one of the best pitchers in the league, so
Yeah.
it's astonishing to me of how well he's doing compared to last year. But happy for him. Happy for I like the Astros, but I don't like the Astros. So
Yeah, I feel you. They are technically a I guess not a rival, but they're in
they're
your division.
they're a rival. They're a division rival
Yeah.
for sure. But
Yeah.
all of baseball doesn't really like them. Um,
Yeah.
Move over to the Battle of Chicago. We got White Sox at Cubs. This is gonna be a close one, dude.
This one's a scary one because well, actually,
The White Sox are hot
I
though.
mean, the White Sox looking I
In
was
in
looking at their
May,
last 5.
in
Yeah,
May
they've
they're
been
7-6. In May,
Yeah.
hypothetically, they're playing right now, so they're up 4-0, or sorry, 4-1 in the eighth. So
That's
most likely going to be 7-6 with a winning record through 2 weeks. That's pretty good for the White Sox, and I don't think that's going to matter. Unfortunately, they are
yeah.
playing one of the best teams in the league in the Cubs. I think these are my favorite ones for this rivalry weekend. Is the Chicago ones, the New York ones, the LA
Yeah.
ones. Those are the coolest. It's battle for the city. Um,
Yeah. And it's going to be interesting. I mean, I think we know how the series is going to go.
yeah, just let them
But
get one.
I think the White Sox get one.
Yeah, just let them get one.
Yeah, I think that's fair. Especially, I think maybe they'll give the first one to them, just because they like the new pope
Oh
is a White
yeah.
Sox fan.
The Since the Pope has been elected, they're 3-1, possibly might being 4-1 today. Um,
Hey,
I do want to
they're
say
being
I'm gonna be eyeing this for the next 10-15 minutes of this game. I have an absolutely big prize picks on this right now. I need Ellie over 3.5 bases. He has one
oh
more
my
at
gosh,
bat. If he gets that, I will get $400. So I need him to basically hit a 2-run shot. Is what I need
that'd be
in this ninth
that'd be
inning.
massive.
That'd be sick
That'd be massive.
live. Besides the
Yeah,
point, but yeah, I think I'm gonna go Cubs here. Cubs are gonna win this battle in
yeah.
Chicago.
I would like to say that I had like a different thought or something, but there's no way that the Cubbies lose this.
No, I
It's
just,
just
just
if
let,
they
yeah,
lose this, it's gonna be tough.
just let them get one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
one's fun. I think one's friendly.
yeah.
One's friendly. And then next up, we're looking at the Guardians and the Reds. Honestly, the Guardians have been looking really good
Mm-hmm.
this season, so I think it's gonna be a good series. It's gonna be entertaining. I think any series that really involves guys like Jose Ramirez and Ellie
Yeah.
are gonna be fun series to watch. So I think this is gonna be a good one. I do think the Guardians sweep the series. I'm not gonna lie. I can see
Yeah.
the Cincinnati Reds kind of putting up a fight with their bullpen being decent and stuff, but I
Yeah.
don't know, for some reason the Guardians are just kind of rolling and
Guards are playing good ball.
like
Yeah.
yeah, like I mean right now what the Reds are losing to the White Sox, so that's kind of tough. I
Yep.
mean, I guess the Guardians they lose to the Brewers today, but you know,
If
I
the Reds
fun
do lose this game, they're gonna be down 2-0 in the series currently to the White Sox. So that should tell you the state of the Reds right now. I do think the Reds will
tough.
hopefully win tomorrow, but um, yeah, it's a 3-game series. I think I could very well see this being a sweep. Maybe Cincinnati sneaks one away.
Yeah.
Um, Battle for Ohio. They're calling it the Ohio Cup. Think I'm gonna go
I mean,
Guardians. Guardians. I'll go Guardians 2-1. I think
yeah.
Cincinnati sneaks one.
I like that. I like that. Yeah, I'm gonna stay with my sweep.
Huh?
I believe the guard dude. Manzardo's just been kind of
Man
killing.
Chowder, dude.
Manchowder's been kind of
Well,
killing.
that's Manchado, but same,
Yeah,
same, same gist. Dude,
I
he's
mean
been killing it.
basically
He
the
hit
same
another
thing.
one today, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's been nice, and so yeah, I mean I think that they sweep in, but it's gonna be a fun series. I hope Ellie does some crazy stuff and just
Yeah.
you know
Just let
gives us
Ellie
another
ball.
highlight. Yeah, let
Let
Ellie
Ellie
ball.
ball. Let Matt McClain hit a little bit. That's all I care
Yeah,
about. All right,
exactly.
we'll move on to the Pirates at Phillies. This is one of baseball's oldest rivalries. They're both the Philadelphia teams. They both first played in 1887. That's wild to think
I
about. It's 100,
I
40 years ago. This is when they first played.
I think
Um,
that's when Salvador Perez made his like first
I
start.
think so. Actually, I heard that he played in this game
Yeah,
back when he was
yeah.
back when he was
Back,
on the Philadelphia Quakers.
back when he was on the Philadelphia Quakers, dude.
Dude,
I
he was
mean,
my favorite Quaker.
he's my favorite Quaker. There's nobody better at backstop
Yeah.
than him. Like he's the goat Quaker,
Yeah.
and he's made it this far somehow.
Yeah. There we go.
Yeah, yeah. I think it's gonna be a fun series. Does Skeens get to pitch in
I
any of it?
think
Because
Skeens pitch Sunday. He's gonna pitch
he
Sunday.
pitches Sunday.
Yeah,
Okay,
I could be
it's four.
wrong. I'm a fact check real quick, but I believe he does pitch Monday or
Okay, well,
Sunday.
3-game series, so that's gonna be fun.
Skeens pitches Sunday against Christopher Sanchez. That's gonna be a good game.
That's gonna be
I
fire.
mean the only way the Pittsburgh wins is if the Skeens day.
That'd be nuts.
I think Philly's gonna sweep low key because Skeens not really been that great this year. Um,
Do you think they bring up Bubba Chandler right before it starts? Because how dramatic this series is.
yeah, dude, they need to win this. No,
They need it.
I feel like Bubba comes. He's gonna make one more start in AAA, then he's gonna come up.
Yeah, I like that. I like that. But yeah, I'm kind of on the same boat as you. I don't see the Phillies really losing this
Yeah,
series, especially maybe I don't even think dropping a game really. They're looking really good.
yeah. Just
And if they have it's I'd imagine it's gonna be Lazardo in there. Lazardo's gonna pitch one of the
Lazardo
games.
pitched today.
Oh, does he pitch today?
Yeah.
So I mean, who are they gonna go to? Zach
So
Wheeler.
let's see projected starters for that game. We have Heaney and Suarez. Um, for the Friday game, Saturday is Malinsky and Wheeler. I have two
Yeah.
Phillies dubs, and the last game is Skeens and Sanchez. So yeah,
Yeah. Man, dude, that Phillies rotation is crazy.
so good. Lazardo
It's
being the
so good.
5, he's so good. He pitched it.
Yeah,
He dealt today. He actually
which
dealt.
is
Yeah.
actually insane. It's like you have Sanchez, Lazardo, Wheeler, Nola, and Lazardo.
Yep.
Like that's such a tough rotation of face in
Yeah.
the playoffs. Like that's just insane. And so I mean, yeah, I think we're both in the same boat in terms of how the series is gonna end. Probably Phillies sweep.
Philly sweep.
Um,
That's what I'm choosing. Philly sweep.
okay, I think this is a fun one. Does Paul Skeens allow more than 3 earned runs
Yes.
on Sunday? Yeah.
100%. Yeah.
So you're saying over?
I'm saying I'll slam. If his line was 2.5, would you say 3.5 or 2.5?
3.5. I feel like that's the correct line for him because his ERA is what, like 3.5 right now or something like that.
His ERA is currently sitting at 2.6. Wow, it feels like he's playing a lot worse than
Oh,
that. Yeah.
I really, maybe I was watching a different game. I literally thought he was getting rocked recently,
He's just
but I
not
guess
doing what
not.
he's doing last year, so it doesn't feel as like good. But yeah,
Well, I think we're talking more so in like terms of fantasy. Like sometimes fantasy points don't fully reflect like a full
yeah.
game. Yeah,
He's not like finding the strike zone as much. He's walking a lot,
yeah.
getting out of the
And so
games a lot earlier.
I guess if the line was 2.5, I would crush the over.
I'd still do over 3.5. I might not touch it.
Yeah, that would be scary. But moving on to the Nationals and the Orioles and the Oreos. More so, dude,
Oreos.
that'd actually be sick. Imagine the branding, because
Sure.
I think it's the Maple Leaves that have their helmets have the Oreo branding on it, so they're sponsored by
Did
Oreos.
not know
It's
that.
kind of fire.
That's
It's
pretty
kind of
sick.
fire.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, Nationals at Orioles. Um, I I really think the Orioles. We were actually just talking about them a little earlier, but they're starting to get healthy,
Yeah.
and they are starting to look really good.
They also
Adley Rutschman is like he's starting off the season a little slow, but I think he's gonna start turning it up soon. I was watching the game earlier, and I mean they're fun to watch. It's hard not to like the Orioles and
they need
everybody they
to
have.
they need to just learn how to pitch the baseball.
Yeah, yeah, that's a
They
hundred
are
percent correct,
so bad. Their pitching staff is dog. It's the
dude. And
worst in baseball. Like actually, their pitching.
with how good Yennier Cano has been, like was last year and the year before,
It's
like
I don't even think like I could be. I haven't checked their bullpen stats, but like, dude, their starting pitching is like historically one of the worst of all time right now, which is
it's actually
wild.
crazy. That is crazy. But dude, even their bullpen today, kind of like Yennier Cano blew the game.
Hmm. Oh my god,
Um,
Ellie has
and
Ellie has two. He
he
just he
does.
just doubled, and someone scored him. So now he has
Oh my
two. So
gosh.
he needs two more, but it's bottom of the eighth, 2 outs. They need to rally and get him another at bat.
I was to say if they can do that, are they? Oh yeah, they're losing right now, right?
It's 2-4. So I need them. If Steer can hit a 2-run tank right now, that would be massive.
That would be massive.
But
That'd be huge.
besides the point.
And yeah, no, but that we need that to hit.
Yeah, that'd be
And
sick.
no, but I was watching the game earlier today, and Cedric Mullins hit that nasty grand
Nasty.
slam,
Yeah.
just disgusting. And then Kierstad, too, just back to back with him, just crushes one.
Mm-hmm.
And they're just fun to watch. I do think that the Nationals offense is like decent enough to like hurt like whoever they put out there. I
Yeah.
think they'll tag them up good.
I think this will be a very high scoring series.
Yeah,
Two
100%.
not the best pitching staffs with two young, fun offenses. I think
Yeah.
it's gonna be a high scoring series. I think it'd be fun. 3-game series. I'm gonna say Orioles get two.
I like that. I like that.
Nash-
I can't. Yeah, I feel like there's it's so hard to not agree
mm-hmm.
because the Nationals pitchers do suck,
And
and
so
they're gonna get
yeah.
tagged up. And I mean, so do the Orioles, but I just think that there's more people to trust on the Orioles offense than I think the Nationals.
Yeah, I agree.
But especially right now, like I said, they're starting to turn around from being like all hurt. I think Tyler O'Neill came back, and I think they had somebody else come back as well.
Gunner's coming back. He's having a really good
Gunner's
week
back.
recently.
Jordan Westberg should be on his way back. I think within the next couple days.
Yeah,
So yeah, I mean, I do think the Orioles sneak 2-1
I
for
like
sure.
that. move on to probably one of the more exciting ones. We got Mets at Yankees. This will be Juan Soto's return to Yankee Stadium, so that's going to be really fun.
Yeah.
Um, I don't know. This is the Subway Series. It's always a great series. This is the first time they've probably played in a little bit where they're at both sides of New York are actually pretty good. So
Yeah.
that's going to be fun to watch. It's a 3-game series. This is a tough one for me.
Yeah, I think probably going to be one of the most entertaining series
Yeah.
if
So
it plays out correctly.
projected starters for Friday, we got McGill versus Rodon.
That's pretty good. I
Then
think Rodon
I think so too. I think they don't have projected starters out for Saturday,
Saturday
and then
Sunday.
Sunday we have Drew Peterson, Clark Schmidt.
Clark Schmidt's been dealing low key. I not dealing, but he's been pitching well.
Better than he
Um,
was doing, yeah.
yeah, I he's not allowing a lot of runs, and he's kind of just staying within the zone. I think this is gonna be a really fun game to watch. I do think the Mets sneak it. Uh, just because, dude,
They're good.
their offense is
They're
nasty.
really good.
They're good this year.
I'll agree. I'll go 2-1 also.
I think they win the game with Rodon, and then they probably lose
Lose
the
on the
next two.
weekend. Yeah.
Um, I am predicting 2 home runs from Pete Alonso in that series.
I think Soto is gonna go off.
You think Soto's
I
gonna
think
go?
he's gonna
That would be
return
pretty
and
sick.
go off.
Yeah, that would be pretty sick. He's batting like over 310 now or something like that, right? I think he's been killing it low key. Actually, high key, he's been murdering the ball. I hope he's getting kind of like past that point of the feeling he had early in the season where he's like, I'm just not getting pitched the same as I
Yeah.
used to. Hopefully, you know, that would light a fire on my ass. If I'm Pete Alonso, like I'm sure that's why
Yeah.
he's like turning it up because it's like, dude, if that's kind of disrespectful to your own team in a way, you're like,
Like yeah,
there's no way you're talking like
yeah. I
that.
mean, but it's Aaron Judge. Like everyone should understand how good he is.
That is fair. That is fair. And I guess it does help when you're like, he basically is saying is like, I was the second best player on that team now,
Yeah.
and here I am the best player on the team.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is facts.
But he's also
He did get that 15-year deal.
was
Pete Alonso has a
it's one
2-year
of
deal.
worst deals ever, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think that's true. $765 million
For a
him
hitter.
is wild to me.
For a hitter
yeah,
that's not like great at defense.
exactly. Like it's insane.
He's one of the best hitters we've seen. And he's still young, but still, dude. Like, if Otani's
Yeah.
not getting paid that, like, Otani's
Yeah.
won more MVPs. He's won the same amount of World Series. Yes, he's older, but
Which-
he also pitches, hits
Yeah.
more home runs, steals more bases.
But do you even think that Shohei's gonna pitch? At this point, I'm almost like in the belief that they've been pushing it off for so long, just for them to not have a reason or not to say like their reason as to why he's not pitching or something. Like I know they paid him a ton of money.
I think he's
but
supposed to
it's
start
just weird.
throwing next month. This is what I last heard, but I don't know where they left off on that.
Do you think it's gonna take any effect on him being like a two-way player again?
What do you mean?
Like he's been a DH for so long now.
Yes, but like I think his offensive production will go down, but he's still gonna be amazing. Like
That's fair. That's fair. His like average is still better than most.
Yeah.
At that point, he's like
I mean, when you're having a pitch, you're gonna have to go through all your pitching stuff, take more days off, and rest your arm. Like,
yeah.
there's a lot of stuff that goes into it. So, yeah.
And so, but we'll move on to like I think another fun series because
Yeah.
I really think Detroit's gonna make some serious noise in the AL, like during the playoffs.
Dude, they're
They
good.
are
They're
so nuts.
if I'm gonna fact check right now if it's still up to date with today, but yes, they have the best record in baseball at the moment. They're 29
and 15.
Yeah. They
Like-
they are way better than
They're
I
dogs.
thought. I was predicting them to win this division. They
Yeah.
are way better than I even thought they would be. It's sick to see Detroit being good. Dude, imagine Detroit fans 5 years ago.
Dude,
Terrible
shambles.
football, terrible baseball. I don't and terrible basketball. They made the playoffs, right?
They did make the playoffs this year.
Yeah. So,
And it's like a promising like young team. Like
yeah. Dude, they
it's a
got
decent team, I think.
sick
So,
teams right now.
yeah. I mean, they have Cade in them
But
in Detroit.
and then Lions
And
are good
then they
now and
have
Tigers are good.
yeah, they have Scary Terry, and then they have Amon-Ra St. Brown and Jared Goff out there. Like they're actually
Scary,
murdering.
scary
Like they're
Terry.
Scary Carry.
Oh, Carey.
I might have said Terry. I might have said
I
Terry.
was thinking of McLaurin. I was like, well,
I know, no. No, but dude, Carey's been
Carey
freaking
Bonds,
nuts.
dude. Yeah. Did
Carey
you see the
Bonds,
play
actually.
the Red Sox made on him today?
No.
Dude, it's like he hits it's over the wall. It's gonna be a home run. Willie Brady
Yeah.
jumps up, tries to catch it, hits off his glove because his arm's like over the wall. Ball
Yeah.
pops up, and then Rafael is right there and catches it.
Oh,
So it's like a tip drill robbed home run.
that is actually pretty nasty. That's pretty cool,
Yeah.
actually. And that sucks though. That'd be a crappy way to like lose your home run
Oh
as like a
yeah.
tip drill robbery.
Yeah.
But I do think
I
I think
think
the Tigers
I think they
will
sweep.
blow the brakes off them.
Blue, like we were talking about in the first episode, Blue Jays are just, in my opinion, not that good. They won't.
Yeah.
They're just limited, unfortunately.
Yeah.
In terms of pitching matchups, it's Flaherty and Francis on Friday, and then we got Reese Olson, Jose Urena. Like, come on, bro. Jose Urena pitching, you're gonna lose there. Then Job and Barrios. I guess
Barrios was nice last game. He
Job
pitched.
Job pitched a really good game last time. I still think Detroit sweeps this.
Yeah, I think Detroit does sweep it. I think it's gonna be like just an offensive performance by the Tigers this weekend.
Yeah,
I can see them scoring in one of the games probably over 8 runs.
I like that. I could see that easily happening.
Just them. I yeah, I don't know how well the Blue Jays are gonna do. I think they keep some games close, but I think they're gonna get blown out in one of them, and it's gonna be probably the first or second game.
Yeah, I'm going Tigers sweep here easily.
Same. I
This
like
is
that.
interesting that they're calling this a rivalry. Um,
Yeah, I don't really
this
understand
is,
that.
I would assume some of them are gonna be weird because they like don't really have like a true rival per se.
Yeah.
Um, yeah,
I guess it says that the two cities are separated by just 231 miles.
it's not
I feel like
terrible.
that's I feel like that seems a lot further than
Yeah, it's
what it
it's
is.
probably just one of those weird ones they had to make work.
Yeah, they probably
Yeah.
had it's probably like a little bit of a stretch, but they had to just make something for the Blue Jays
I mean,
and
you
the
go like
Tigers.
the LA, New York, then you start going
Yeah.
like Giants, Athletics, Miami, Tampa Bay, Texas teams, and then you kind of just like, all right, who the are we making rivals here, right?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, they definitely could have gone like blue. They could have done like the Birds, like, but I guess you already have the Orioles.
Yeah,
What
like all the
what's it?
close
Oh, the
geographically
Cardinals.
ones, you go
Yeah.
together, and then you kind of just like, it's like it'd be funny
Who
if
do
they had like the Rockies and the Blue Jays or some shit.
they don't have the Cardinals playing in this? They could have done Blue Jays
No, they
Cardinals.
do. It's
Oh, Cardinals
Royals.
Royals.
It's which
Yeah.
they're
I guess
pretty.
that's
Yeah.
Kansas.
Every team's playing in the rivalry weekend. Just some of them are a little weird because of what we were talking about. We'll move on to the next one, which
Yeah.
this is gonna be a great series. Braves at Red Sox. Red Sox are still my pick to win this World Series and the AL East. Um, I believe Chris Sale. Hopefully, I can double check this. I want to see if he makes a start this weekend because that will be sick to see a Chris Sale start
That would be
in
nuts.
Boston coming back. He
That'd
does.
be
He
sick.
pitches. Oh my god, that first game,
Yeah,
Chris Sale, Garrett Crochet.
that's pretty fire.
That's gonna be a great game Friday.
That is fire. I actually really like that. I would, man. I mean, I would, I would probably bet the Red Sox if I were to bet on that game.
Second game, Grant Holmes and Giolito, and then you got Schwellenbach and Hauk. I think it's gonna be Red Sox, and then Braves win the last one.
Yeah, Hulk just sucks, honestly.
Hauk is not great, which is crazy. He was so good last year.
Yeah. And I mean, I think the Braves offense could do something, but that Red Sox offense is just
Yeah,
loaded,
it's so good.
and they're all starting to kind of come into each other.
Mm-hmm.
Pause. But yeah, I think that first game, whatever the over is in total scoring, I imagine it's probably going to be somewhere around 8.5. I'll probably pick the under
Yeah, especially this first
because
game. That first game
that
is
first game is
slamming
going to
the under.
be,
Yeah,
yeah,
it's gonna be a pitcher's
especially
duel.
because it's like a lot of the better hitters for both teams are lefties. Like what? Jaron Duran, lefty, right?
Yeah, Devers. I mean, I
Devers,
guess like
lefty.
Bregman's raking, so
Yeah, and
he's
he
ready.
against lefties is great. But
Yeah,
Willie Abreu, he's also a lefty too, right?
yeah. They just got a lot of lefties. I mean,
Yeah,
Christian
I don't
Campbell's
know.
righty, but he's not. He's slowing down.
Is he really? Dang. He's one rookie that I just want to see just pop off for the rest of the season.
Maybe Roman Anthony comes up. Who knows?
That'd be so sick. Oh man, imagine he comes up this series.
That'd be sweet.
That'd be
Yeah, I
that'd be
got Braves
sick.
going 2-1 here.
Yeah, Braves going 2-1 or Red
I mean,
Sox?
sorry, Red Sox. Red Sox.
I would say. Yeah, I can pretty much agree with that one because I don't think there's gonna be really anything going on with in the Braves favor really. Moving on to the Rays at the Marlins. This is kind of a bummy series. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Mm-hmm.
I do think the Tampa Bay Rays win that one. Um,
I'm gonna disagree there, dude.
yeah, I think I
I
don't know.
think the
I
Marlins
think you
win
can go.
this.
Yeah, I don't mind that, but I think I'm gonna stick with it. I think Tampa goes 2-1. Ah man, it's just they're kind of bad.
Both
Apparently Tampa,
both these teams are not great.
yeah,
This is
they're not great. So
definitely one of the worst of the matchups you can get, but they're both my Florida teams.
yeah, well, state in-state rivalry. I think it's gonna be.
I think
I
it's
think
gonna
it's gonna
be
be
I think it's
a
gonna be
decent series.
2-1. Only game the Marlins will lose is when Alcantara pitches because he's terrible.
Yes, that's fair.
Two to
That's fair.
one Marlins. This one sucks. Marlins are young and
Yeah,
fun. Rays are young and fun.
yeah. I'm gonna reverse that, but yeah, 2-1.
All
I think
right,
I'm gonna go Rays.
there we
Yeah.
go. We gotta disagree on some, so we'll see who's right.
I was just saying,
Yeah.
we'll see who's right on the next one.
Um. All right, we'll move on to the next one. The Cardinals at the Royals. This one is in Kansas City. They are very close. They're calling it the I-70 series. They're both in the same state, which is wild to think about because I always
Yeah,
forget that Kansas City is not in Kansas. It's always in
yeah. They're in
Missouri.
same. They're in Missouri, huh?
Yeah. Um,
As I
which
just said, Kansas. Yeah.
yeah, they'll be a fun series. Cardinals are one of the more hot teams in the league right now, which is crazy.
I was to say, if you watch our very first video, I think we were kind of crapping on the
I
Cardinals because of
think
how slow their start was.
I think we might even mentioned something about it last episode, and I think since last episode they have not lost a game until this morning, and they have a
Pretty
double
insane.
header. Yeah, they were just winning everything.
And
Um,
Mason Wynn has been having like a decent
everyone's been hitting. Their pitching has
week.
been good. It's interesting to see. Royals
Yeah.
are struggling a little bit, but we'll see what happens. If I had to guess, I do say Cardinals go 2-1, which is wild to say because I was very low on the Cardinals about 10 days ago.
I'm going reverse again. I'm going
You're gonna go.
Royals. Royals take it 2-1. I think it's gonna be like a really fun series to watch actually. But
Yeah,
I
I think it's been
just
a very high scoring series.
yeah. Sadly Steven Matz got a little killed for me today. Not bad, but I mean it's just unfortunate when your relief pitcher comes in and gets you like -7 just off the bat. So that's
Yeah,
tough. But I think Kansas City. I think Bobby Witt's gonna turn it up this weekend.
I could see that. Dude,
Um,
Bobby needs some help, man. Get Bobby
yeah,
some
he
fucking help.
really does. They need to just bring up Jack Caglione to bring some like just some energy,
Bring somebody
something.
up, dude. Just do change
Sean,
something. Trade for somebody. Get some fucking power in
exactly.
that lineup. Like,
He's
gosh.
literally carrying the team by himself.
You see how
He's
like
doing
I
everything.
mean like he's doing his thing and Salvy's having a down year, but like Salvy popped off last year. Now it's like without that extra person, there's like they're just pointless, dude. They're just not doing it.
It's kind of a bummer because like they have such a cool team to watch, and
Fun. I love
it's
Bobby's.
really
Yeah.
yeah it's. I really thought it was gonna be like a Vinny Pasquantino year, but it hasn't been much of that. And I mean, there's still a long season. I think he can turn it up, but I was low-key hoping for like a over 30 home run season from him.
Mm-hmm.
That just would have been fun to watch.
And he has
Got
the
like a
potential. Yeah, he needs to do
yeah.
it. We'll move on to the next one, which is the Twins at the Brewers.
Oof.
They met back in
I
1969 when the Brewers were the Seattle Pilots.
What a year. What
And
a year.
back when the Brewers were in the American League. That is fun.
That is actually
I never knew that.
that is
This
wild.
is another kind of weird one for me. I feel like this is kind of another one of the ones they just kind of had to throw together.
Yeah.
Different divisions. Brewers are in Milwaukee.
Yeah.
What's the state's name? Wisconsin. They're in
Yeah.
Wisconsin, and then
The Minnesota Twins.
Minnesota. Yeah. So it's like it's kind of just another weird one.
Yeah.
Twins are
I
hot too. I think they've won like 7 or 8 straight right now.
and they've been I mean Simeon Woods got absolutely destroyed today.
Yeah, and
But
but they won.
Alcala came in
Yeah,
and actually kind of dealt. He was shoving.
yeah,
So I think the Brewers are sadly kind of like teetering. They're gonna start kind of taking a crap. Like they started off the season so well,
yeah.
but they're kind of plateauing now. I do think the Twins win this, and I can even see a sweep. Honestly, I don't fully know who the pitching matchups are,
Pitching matchups. I'll get into
but
it real quick. We got Friday. We have Palante and Reagans. Oh, sorry, that is the wrong teams. We have Joe Ryan and Chris Paddock. Sorry,
I mean
Chris Patrick, dude. Both.
Chris.
I saw Twins. I saw C. Patrick. I thought it was Chris Paddock. Chris
I
Patrick.
think it's Chad. Is it Chris Patrick or Chad?
It is Chad Patrick. Wow,
I was just saying.
I'm I'm just
I
thinking of
picked
Chris
up
Paddock. Yeah.
Chad Patrick enough to be like. So I do think that might be the only game the Twins lose because Chris Paddock sucks.
It's Joe Ryan and Chad Patrick.
Oh, Joe!
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I saw Twins, I saw C Patrick, and I'm like, that's gotta be Chris
No,
Paddock.
that's on me too. Okay, well,
Yeah.
Joe Ryan wins that one, so they win Friday because Joe Ryan's gonna deal. They don't. So who's their second day?
Second day, I am it is unannounced starter for the Brewers, but you got the Pob Monster pitching on Saturday,
Okay.
Pablo, and then we got
Damn. Yeah.
and then Sunday is Freddie Peralta unannounced for the Twins starter. So both of their aces
That
are
will.
going separate games. Maybe
Yeah.
they split that. Brewers are not off to the start that everyone thought they were going to be, especially off last year. They're 21 and
Yeah.
23. Twins, they're hot. They're playing well. I'm a Twins doubter. Um,
Fair. You've always
I
hated Royce Lewis and all those
I
guys that
do.
basically get injured all the time. It's like Byron Buxton. Shout out Byron.
Yeah,
He's actually been balling
yeah,
though.
like
He was
3 home
balling today.
runs in 3 straight games a week or a couple days ago. But
Yeah.
I guess I would have to go 2-1 Twins.
I like that. I do think. I mean, Pablo Lopez is not gonna lose.
I think it goes Twins, Brewers.
Yeah. Yeah. I can agree with that. I'm pretty much the same way. And yeah, I think it's gonna be a fun series. And expecting Pablo Lopez to go real good
Yep.
for me on Saturday. I
Yep.
hope so. And on to the Rockies at D-backs, little NL West matchup.
Yep.
I don't think this is going to be much of a game. I just saw that the Rockies are on pace or have like the worst start since like
They're worse
I
than
think
the
the
worst
60s.
team last year.
Yeah,
The
yeah, they're
White
worse than
Sox
the worst
broke
team last year.
the White Sox broke the loss or win loss record last year, and now
Yeah,
the Rockies are on a worse pace than the White Sox were last year. I think
That's
and with
crazy.
that said, I think the Rockies sweep.
That would be crazy. You know, like for some reason there are some series where Colorado just absolutely like turns up
Yeah.
and like does take a series kind of, but
hmm
I think this is one of those times where the D-backs are just gonna have so much fun with them out there and
Yeah.
just destroy them.
It's gonna be a
Like
blowout.
watching the Rangers go up against the the Rockies today. I mean, Senzatella got absolutely raked in that first one. The first
Yeah.
inning, I think they had a single and then a home run by Wyatt Langford, and then I think they had like 3 or 4 singles in a row, and then he walked somebody in, and it just got out of hand pretty much the first inning. So it was fun to watch if you're a Rangers fan for sure. But
Yeah.
I think the D-backs just mow them down. They
Update.
can literally put whoever up there, and they'll go crazy.
Update on the parlay. Ellie did knock another at bat.
You
Unfortunately,
know what?
L for the Reds. Hey, White Sox are winning 2-0.
Hey, go
Um,
Pope,
go Pope.
Pope.
White Sox are hot. Yeah, I'm gonna agree. I think everybody who's listening to this in the world is gonna agree to sweep the Diamondbacks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it's pretty much set in stone. I think.
This is another interesting one. This is the
I
Mariners at the Padres.
I was trying to find like the correlation, but the whole Vetter Cup series, like
It's a Vetter Cup. It's an ode to Pearl Jam's Eddie Vedder, once a resident of both Seattle and San Diego. He is the winner of the season series will earn a trophy featuring a guitar provided by Vedder himself.
I mean,
What
I
are we
might just
doing
be
here?
like I might just be like
Who is
not a
this?
knower.
I don't know who this guy is.
But why does Eddie Vedder matter so much?
I don't know
Is
who
that
is
like a
Eddie
big
Vedder.
deal?
Am I uncultured for that?
I think we're both uncultured because I think Pearl Jam is one of the like biggest rock bands of all time, and
Pearl Jam. Quick.
I'm actually like 100% sure of that. So Eddie Vedder is like a big deal, but like to us, it's more so like boomers. Like if you're older than 50, you probably know who Eddie Vedder is,
All of
and
his
you're probably like, oh my
songs,
gosh,
all their songs
that's
are
so
out in the
sick.
90s and the 80s, some in the early 2000s. Um,
Yeah, I think that I thought this was like such a pointless series, and I think they could have done like a
and
cooler
then
one,
index hits that
but
G.
yeah,
the
I guess this
audio
is gonna
is
be
gonna
it.
pick up of what I was just listening to. I was trying to find a song and I popped up to a guitar lesson and I just skipped through the video and it says you're gonna put your finger right on the G and it's just a guy fingering a guitar and that is out of they're not gonna see the video so out of
They're just gonna hear that out of
it
context. That's actually pretty sick.
is but
I
this is gonna be a good series though.
yeah, I see. If it wasn't called the Vetter Cup, I would have thought it was a would be like a way better series. But it just kind of it throws me off with how minuscule and how little I know of Vetter Eddie Vetter.
Yeah, and there might be some people who are like, dude, this is sick. This is the coolest thing ever. And I'm
Yeah,
like, this is so stupid. I don't even know who this guy is, but I'm uncultured, so that could be on my fault. That being said, though, this is going to be probably one of the more entertaining series. It's in
yeah,
Petco. This is
which is
Robert,
sick.
which is super fun. You got Logan Evans and Stephen Kolek on Friday. Stephen Kolek has yet to allow a run, bro. It's been dealing.
Pollock has been dealing,
Yeah.
and the
And
Padres low key have not. I mean, besides like Merrill,
yeah.
they haven't really been like hitting it well.
Mm-hmm.
Um, we went to the Angels Padres game on Monday, and we saw that crazy comeback and
Dude,
grand slam by Taylor
that
Ward.
was so sick.
And me not being an Angels fan, that was probably one of the sickest moments I've ever seen in baseball
Two
in person.
outs.
In
Oh yeah.
person, that was so sick.
It's like yeah.
First off, to see Robert Suarez get the lights, I mean, his obvious entrance and everything, getting called NL West reliever of the month, or actually NL reliever of the month.
Yeah.
And then just seeing him get absolutely rocked was just beautiful.
Yeah. And I can't see you really can't say he got rocked. It was more like him just walking, bro. He threw 98 balls
Yeah.
in a row, it felt like. And I think he had
Yeah.
like one single, leadoff single, then he walked a couple and then got an
Would
out.
you have let him? Would you have let him stay in?
Nah, dude, he's not fighting the zone.
Yeah.
If he was like getting into deep counts, like 3-2s a lot, then just missing it, maybe let him keep going. But he was like 4-0, 4-1, just
Yeah. Yeah, which is fair. I do think I don't know.
the
This one's gonna be a tough one.
this is gonna be a
If
tough
there was
one.
like a weird split, like 1.5 somehow, I would say that would be the best. But I think the Mariners can take it 2-1. Kolek pitching in that first game is gonna be huge. I think Kolek wins that. Um, I imagine who else is gonna be there pitching for
So Friday, the Mariners have Bryce Miller loaded, but he just went down with a elbow injury, so he's
yeah,
not going to be pitching. So it's Pavetta and whoever they decide to throw, um,
yeah,
which
probably Luis Castillo, which is
Luis F.
uh
Castillo.
yeah, the
Yeah,
bullpen Luis Castillo.
Luis F. Castillo. Yeah, I don't know what his middle name is, but that guy. And then Sunday you
Probably Frank.
got Emerson Hancock versus Michael King.
What'd you say?
Emerson Hancock versus
Okay.
Michael King.
Hancock.
Hancock.
Uh,
Yeah,
yeah, Michael King. That's probably the game the Padres win.
I think I'm going a sweep here for the Padres.
You're going sweep for the Padres?
Yeah.
That's actually, I mean, believable. I'm going the other way. I'm going 2-1 Mariners. I think Cal Raleigh is gonna hit two taters somewhere in this series, and he's just gonna.
He could. I could
He's
very
he's
well
gonna.
see it.
He's so sick. I love the big dumper. He's got a dumpy.
Oh my
And
god.
this
Scrolling
is
down,
it.
looking at this stupid, dumb article.
That thumbnail's hilarious.
The
I mean, this is the best series because low key the Angels are they
this
cooking?
is
They won today?
no. We're playing right now.
Oh,
We're down 3-0. Xander Bogaerts hit a 3-run tank already.
but you guys won the last two, right?
No, we lost.
You guys ended up losing last night.
Speaking of, we are back. Taylor Ward just hit a home run, so 3-1. No, we lost last night, dude. Tatis the walk-off 2-run tank.
Oh, damn! I just saw it.
This has been a
Dude,
great series,
of
though.
course, Jansen is the one giving it up, dude. He sucks. He's so garbage. I mean, like I hate Kenley Jensen for you right now. I loved him when he was on the Dodgers back in the day. Great.
He's been decent. He's had,
He has a 6.5 ERA and he's 0-2.
but like the thing is for
He's taking
his
two L's.
ERA, those two L's have been like 7 runs allowed in each. Where he's literally just like every other game he's not allowed runs. He just has like really really bad blow up ones, and
I guess that's fair.
yeah.
But
So this next one's Angels at Dodgers. This is the Nine Pennants Baseball podcast rivalry weekend. That's what they're
yeah,
calling it. They're not calling it the Freeway Series. It is the Nine Pennants
no,
Baseball rivalry. I'm an Angels
exactly.
fan. He's a Dodgers fan.
And we probably will have like a little bit of side action for this game just
Oh yeah.
because we have to. I
I
will probably have
I
to
have to get,
handicap. I'll have to
yeah.
handicap
You
it
gotta
just
give
so
me
that
some
it's
juice
fair.
for sure.
But I assume it's gonna be a sweep.
Dude, I
But you
don't.
never know. You never know with them Angels.
You guys got
They'll
Kershaw
sneak one,
pitching.
dude, which is like scary in a way.
Okay, here's your three pitchers and why I feel like we low key could win this series. You got Gonsolin on Friday,
Hmm.
Kershaw coming back. Then you got Landon Neck.
Yeah, Landon Knack.
Low
Sorry.
key, and I'm just gonna do this only because I have to, but I think Angels go 2-1 and they win this series.
I see. I don't mind that just because Gonsolin is the only pitcher I am gonna trust. I do want to see Kershaw just come out and deal, but I
not
think he's
going
also gonna be on. He's gonna be on a pitch count, which is actually probably better for us that he is on a pitch count. And then Landon Knack just sucks. And dude, like
Yeah.
Yohan Moncada, I actually mess with him so hard.
Why'd you
He's so
drop
good,
him?
but because Dalton Rushing,
That's
dude.
fair. Yeah, no, that's
Dalton,
fair. Hey,
Dalton
Dalton Rushing
Rushing,
might
dude.
make his debut in that series.
I think he should.
Is he playing tonight? I doubt it.
I was hoping he was playing
Let's
tonight.
see.
I didn't see anything
Lineup.
as far as him starting.
He is not playing tonight, but he might get a at bat.
Yeah. And shout out to Dustin, honestly. Because I don't think he really had an idea about Dalton rushing, but he texted me as soon as Austin Barnes got dropped.
Oh,
And
really?
as soon as Austin Barnes got dropped, and this was within like I think the 30 minutes that I had been out already that Dalton rushing had been
Hmm.
called up, and
Well,
they made that whole
yeah,
switch.
when I saw the notification that you picked him up, I was like, oh, he's just getting ahead of it. Like I wasn't on my phone at work, and then I like clicked on his player name on ESPN, and it said like 25 minutes ago, and I was like, oh, he just got called up, didn't he? And then
Yeah.
yeah,
I got really lucky that he told me, and then that I was able to pick him up because realistically, like I was looking at my team right now, and it's like if I get Dalton rushing, he crushes. If I get Roman Anthony and he crushes, like my outfield is
yeah.
looking so good.
Who's your catcher?
Um, my catcher is Cal Raleigh,
Oh yeah, you can't put him in your catcher
so
spot.
I'm
Yeah,
I'm not gonna put him in my catcher spot, and he can play outfield.
yeah.
I'm so happy that Manzardo got like first base eligibility because now I
Was he
have literally
DH
just
only before?
he was DH only, so
That's
it
good.
kind of
Yeah.
sucked having him on my team. But now I just have guys that are all like movable around, and dude, and Javi Baez has been
So good.
absolutely
He's so
so
good.
good.
I love it. He's
Uh,
so good.
yeah, so I'm excited. I really hope. I assume Dalton Rushing is gonna make his start
He'll play. He'll start one of these
this
games.
week.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
We have
I'm
a.
calling a home run. I'm calling a home run. First game against the Angels.
He's, correct me if I'm wrong. He's just a lefty, right? He's not a switch.
No, he's just lefty.
So he'll probably start Friday. I feel like we got
Yeah,
Gohanowitz pitching. He's a righty, and then we have Anderson Kikuchi back to back.
yeah,
So
yeah.
hopefully he starts
I
Friday. I don't know if
if
they
he
plan to
I
platoon him or not. I have no idea.
if he starts Friday, then I'm pretty a home run. I think first pitch he sees, he's just gonna crank it. But I am gonna go Dodgers winning the series 3-0, and I am gonna win whatever action we do put on the
All right,
side.
that's fine. Angels are gonna win one, dude. Don't let us get one.
Moving on to the Athletics at Giants. This series, I think, was like thinking back right now. It's like it was way cooler when they're like in Oakland. Like I guess
Now
they're
it's
in
gonna,
Sacramento right now,
yeah.
so it's like it's whatever. But it's gonna mean absolutely nothing when they're in Vegas.
And I think baseball as a whole, at least, maybe they're gonna market it better tomorrow and the next day. But like,
Yeah,
I really wasn't. I remember hearing about Rivalry Weekend like a couple months ago during the off season that they were doing this for the first time, but like they're not talking about this enough, which I feel like they need to be promoting this more because this is pretty cool. Like this is a cool thing.
it
Like
is.
for our fantasy leagues, we've done, to everyone listening, we've done a rivalry week every week where I just I basically move the opponents to people who are family or friends or just I feel like it'd be fun to have them play against each other, and there's always $25 if you win that matchup, and that's always for everybody. It's like the group chat's always flowing more, everyone's more into it,
100%.
and it's like that's when this is what baseball needs to do is do these rivalry weekends, make it big, make them wear certain jerseys, maybe make them
Yeah,
like
dude, that'd be sick if they just like had some rivalry alternates
yeah,
that they got to wear, which would be so dope.
or they both wear City Connects, like that would be sick.
I'm so game for like anything that the MLB can put out, like in terms of just like rivalry weekends or like some I don't know something to
And
basically like
yeah,
make it cool and kind of competitive ish
and keep the
in this long
yeah,
season
and keep the regular
to keep it
season something
just
exciting
lively.
going on. I think it's really cool. And but yeah, going to Athletics Giants, this is gonna be a great series. Athletics are fun. I still think they're gonna win the AL West. Um,
Yeah,
okay, I'm gonna go on another random side note, but think about, right. Let's say they do this every year. Think
yeah.
about 3 years or 4 years from now when they're in Vegas. Are they
That's
are
what
they
I mean.
still gonna be rivals? Like, wouldn't
That's what
you
I mean.
put
That's what I was saying.
Arizona with these Arizona and Diamondbacks, or Arizona and Rockies are rivals at the moment.
Yeah,
I feel like if the A's move to Vegas, at that point it should be A's and Diamondbacks because they're like right next to each other. And then you just
exactly.
do Giants Rockies, same division. I feel like
Yeah, that would make more sense. And I mean, I think they're just gonna try to do like, the whole thing of like, oh, but the history of the A's, but they're not even
yeah.
gonna be the Athletics anymore, are they? Or actually they're just not going to be the Oakland Athletics anymore, I guess.
I mean,
Obviously
they're
they're going
the
to be the
A's
Vegas.
right now. They are not the Athletics. They are the A's. So who knows? They might be gearing up to change it.
Like
Which
I don't
I
know. That's
think
that's
I think baseball needs an expansion team or something new. Some new team name. Get
yeah.
something new in there. Like how all
What are they
these
going to What are they going to be in Vegas? The Gamblers?
I think the Aces would be cool.
But that's like the WNBA team.
Giants and Giants.
I
Cardinals and
guess so. That's true.
Cardinals.
Yeah,
It
I
makes
guess that's fair.
sense. It's a cool name.
It does. The Aces
And
or the dude,
Aces
just watch.
pitching,
I
Aces
think the worst
cards,
name
Vegas,
the worst name they could go with is like the Spades.
the clubs.
The clubs. See, the clubs might make sense because it's like the Washington football team, low key.
That was
Like
hard.
that was a sick name.
Yeah, I
I
liked
honestly was
it.
kind of
Yeah.
sad. I was kind of sad when they like went to the Commanders, so they can just be the Las Vegas Club, like the Las
Just
Vegas.
clubs. Wait, it actually kind of works though. Club works too.
Yeah,
Maybe they
Las Vegas
go
clubs.
Las Vegas Ace of
Every time
Spades.
they hit a home run, they're just gonna go, "Wow, he really clubbed that." That's gonna be their whole thing.
Does they have cards flying all over the screen?
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, going back to it, I do think the Athletics win this series. Dude, Jacob Wilson's on a mission right now. I
400
think
watch.
dude, guy's a nut. Guy's all about it. And Lawrence Butler's starting to heat up again.
Mm-hmm.
And Soderstrom's being him, just consistent. Uh, it's gonna be a fun series. I do not think the A's sweep. I think they win 2-1. But yeah, it's gonna be, I think, probably the second best series behind the Padres Mariners.
I could see
Um,
that.
Actually, the Mets and Yankees is gonna be a good one
Mets and
too.
Yankees would be good. Mariners, Padres are gonna be good. Um, I think
Kind of,
Braves, Red Sox are gonna be good.
yeah.
I do
Yeah.
think I got Giants winning this 2-1.
I like that. I like that. We disagreed on a couple. Um,
We'll keep track of them and we'll see who wins. Cause I think
yeah.
we agreed on most of them. Because a lot of them are pretty. I'm not gonna say the Rockies are gonna beat the Diamondbacks in the series. Like I'm not just gonna do that to
Yeah.
disagree with you. I think we probably
Yeah.
have like 4 or 5 different. So there's enough. There's 15 of them. So it's enough to make a difference for sure.
Yeah, and I think it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a fun, like a really fun Prize Picks weekend. I think are they gonna be just like? I mean, I guess there's gonna be complete full slates basically all 3 days. I'd assume.
Yeah, all 3 days. I think from what I did, the only game that's a 4 game series is Astros at Rangers.
Yeah, because starts on Thursday, right?
They start on Thursday, which is gonna be weird, but so I'm sure they won't really talk about rivalry week. But Friday, I'm sure MLB is gonna be like talking about it a lot, and I think it would be really cool because it's like rivalry, right? For your city, they should both wear City Connects if they have one. I think that'd be pretty sick because normally
That would
it's
be
always
super
only
dope.
one team wearing the City Connect. So
Yeah, that would be really cool. And I mean, what like suspect is like they are actually no, I don't know. I don't know why they aren't marketing this enough. Like it's such a cool series, and I think it's gonna be a really fun weekend
yeah,
for baseball. I mean, we have like a lot of things going on with the I think the is it the PGA Champ going on this week?
yeah, PJ Championship, NBA playoffs,
NBA playoffs
hockey
and
playoffs.
hockey playoffs. Yeah. So
NFL seasons just got released. Rivalry weekend
yeah.
for baseball. A lot of great stuff going on this weekend.
Yeah, so I think it's gonna be a fun weekend. I assume that they couldn't get those like big TV deals to like for like Apple TV to like be like posting about like rivalry weekend or
They
you know
they could do it. They probably
something. I
yeah.
don't know.
It's their first one. I feel like we're gonna probably see a lot about it tomorrow, if not a bunch about it Friday.
Yeah,
What time does this game first start? First game on Friday is at 11:20 a.m. and that's Cubs White Sox. So they're probably like me holding there about it. But yeah, let us know
yeah,
in the comments you guys got who your team is, if you believe they're gonna win, or if you're
yeah.
fake. even though I'm saying the Angels are winning over the Dodgers.
Yeah, if you guys can do it in the comments, like give us a couple of your picks or like who you guys think are gonna win and any predictions for the weekend whatsoever. And yeah, just let us know what you guys think. Let
Yeah.
us know if you guys are that excited for the Vetter Cup and we're just being
Yeah, let us know if we're uncultured. Someone
yeah
someone
we're
might
just being
know.
dumb. Yeah, that might be it. So we'll see what you guys all have for us.
All right, yeah, thanks so much. Comment, like, subscribe, do all that great stuff. Enjoy the weekend. See you guys in the next one. Peace.
See ya.